Hello everyone, welcome back to Jus de Rose. I have 9 drop-dead gorgeous, magnetizing and intoxicating fragrances to share with you today. Truly, when I first smelled these perfumes, it was love at first sniff. They immediately drew me in and they're so incredibly addictive, so I had to share them with you. The first fragrance is called Suma Oriental by Nomade, and this portion of the video is an integrated paid-for advertorial in collaboration with Nomade, and I have a special discount code just for you guys, which I'll tell you in just a minute. But essentially, Suma Oriental is my favorite fragrance from the brand's collection, and I love it because it is a rich and indulgent amber scent that basically smells like a boozy chocolate. It's so delicious, oh my goodness. It's also really strong, projects really nicely, and lasts all day on the skin, which is amazing. So to me, this isn't an overly sweet chocolatey fragrance. You have notes of cacao, there's also some rum, some sandalwood, patchouli as well, but essentially this smells like an exotic, natural smelling chocolate. Like picture the cacao plant or bean. This is what pops up in my head when I smell this perfume. So take this cacao bean or fruit, I don't really know what the term is, put it in a wooden barrel with some rum, and it just macerates in there for months on end, soaking up all the beautiful flavors of the woods. This is the image that comes to mind when I smell this fragrance. It's so good. Actually, I'm gonna spray it right now. Amazing. So delicious. So if you are interested in getting this fragrance or in trying it, I have a 10% off discount code, which is Jus de Rose 10, that you can use on the Nomade website. I will pop the code and the links in the description box down below if you are interested in getting this perfume or any of the other fragrances on the website, because it is valid across all the perfumes and also across different formats. So this is a 100 ml bottle. You can get it in 50 ml. But what's amazing about Nomade is that you can get discovery sets and also travel sprays that are 25 ml for a really affordable price that enables you to test the perfume without committing to the full-size product first. And I think this is great if you are not willing to commit to getting a full-size bottle first. So I'll pop all the links and the information in the description box down below. If you're looking for a rich and indulgent amber perfume, I'd recommend you go for Suma Oriental. Next up, I have 2 fragrances that I would recommend layering, because this layering combination is the next best thing after the Hibiscus Palm and Vanilla Vibes combo. This one is like my favorite new layering combination. It is so sexy and so intoxicating. So I would recommend layering Oud For Greatness by Initio with Kayali's Lovefest Burning Cherry, and you're gonna create an addictive cherry oud scent. So let me explain a little bit on these 2 fragrances if you haven't tried them first, and then I'll explain to you how I layer them. So Oud For Greatness is a spicy oud scent with a bit of sweetness that is similar to the sweetness in Baccarat Rouge. So if you like the sweetness in Baccarat Rouge and you want a fragrance that is more bold and enhanced in woods and spices, this is what Oud For Greatness is. Now, if you want a gorgeous, spicy, woody, smoky cherry scent, this is the one that I would recommend, Kayali's Lovefest Burning Cherry. And I feel like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry is like a staple when it comes to cherry perfumes, but I actually prefer Lovefest Burning Cherry. The only downside with this perfume is that it doesn't last. It lasts like max 4 hours on my skin, but I still went out and bought the fragrance because I think it's so addictive. It smells amazing, and yeah, I love this cherry perfume. So how would you layer these 2 perfumes? I will show you. I would do 1 spray on each side of the neck area, and starting off with Oud For Greatness. So 1 and then 2. And then I would do double or triple the amount of sprays of Lovefest Burning Cherry, so I can really smell that cherry scent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, something like that. It smells so, so good. And like that, this fragrance is long lasting. You can smell it hours on end thanks to Oud For Greatness that really anchors that fruity notes, and you're gonna get the sexiest, spicy cherry oud scent that is so gorgeous. And yeah, I highly recommend you try this combo if you have both fragrances, Or if you already have Oud For Greatness and you want a bit of a pop of cherry, get this perfume. It is more on the affordable side as well. Highly recommend you try out this layering combo. And if you do, let me know in the comments down below. Next up, we have a fragrance that I discovered in Harrods. It is called Brompton Immortals by Nihilo, and it is exclusive to Harrods as well. It is a beautiful, beautiful, voluptuous, musky rose scent. It's incredible. I am thinking of gifting myself this perfume for Christmas because it is on the pricier side, so you kind of need to think about it when you buy expensive perfumes to make sure you're gonna get a lot of use out of it. I feel like I will, but I'm still thinking about it, if you know what I mean. But it is a beautiful luxury night out fragrance to me. This perfume is like the perfect black tie event type of fragrance. Like you want to dress up with a beautiful dress, maybe some gloves, go to the opera or like the ballet or some important soiree. This is the kind of fragrance that I would recommend wearing. It is so, so stunning. I'm gonna spray it on my skin. Wow. So yeah, rich, voluptuous rose, wine-colored rose, mixed with some musks. And there's a pop of sweetness that I can't really put my finger on where it's coming from, but there is a little bit of sweetness that adds a little je ne sais quoi to the perfume and makes it really, truly magical. Love it. It lasts all day on my skin and has a beautiful sillage as well. Wow, this is a fantastic fragrance from Nihilo. Brompton Immortals. Now, if you know me, you know how much I love white florals, so of course I had to include a white floral in this list, Golden Gardenia by Jo Loves. Now, this is very different to the rest of the offering from Jo Loves, which is more like fresh, citrusy fragrances. Golden Gardenia is super loud and really bold. So this perfume is an exotic solar white floral that is blended with some smoky incense. So it's basically a white floral dominant perfume with a little bit of incense infused in the fragrance. It smells so, so good. It's so addictive. And if you love white florals that are wild and untamed, this is one to try. I almost get a bit of a waxy, fatty petal effect. It reminds me of a waxy, unscented candle, like a cold wax unscented candle. And there's something like that that goes on in the dry down with this strong, heady gardenia notes. So picture this, you are somewhere exotic, it is warm, the sun is warming your skin, and you are in a garden paradise filled with gardenia flowers. This is, to me, what this perfume makes me think of. It is sexy, it's a great date night fragrance, and if you are looking for a little bit of escapism, going somewhere exotic, it's also a great fragrance to spray, and you'll be brought to a tropical destination. Milky lactonic heaven, check. Rich woods, check. Warm spices, check. This is what Vita by Memoize smells like, and it is one of the best new launches from this year, and certainly one of my favorites as well. Beautiful, milky fragrance. If you love lactonic fragrances, you need to get your nose on this scent ASAP. It is so incredibly addictive, and it's another one that is very good for this like fall, winter months where it's like very cold and you want something that is cozy. This is one that I would recommend you try. This perfume actually reminds me a little bit of Oud Violet Intense by Fragrance du Bois. So like that spicy, woody character that is extremely unique. Like that DNA hasn't been done before. This one reminds me a little bit of Oud Violet Intense. So if you like Oud Violet Intense by Fragrance du Bois and you want a lactonic twist, this is the perfume that I would recommend you try. It has a fantastic longevity and wear as well. It lasts all day on my skin and has a moderate projection. Super addictive, lactonic, spicy, woody perfume, and really cozy too. If you like tart, sweet rose fragrances, Hibiscus Mahajad by Maison Crivelli will be right up your alley. And this perfume, I will say though, is more of a polarizing fragrance. Either you like it or you don't like it. And for me, I have been in limbo for months now because it's very strong, so you don't need that much, and sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. So you need to like your strong, jammy, tart rose fragrances to appreciate the beauty of this perfume, I think. So this perfume, to me, smells like rose petals macerating in a liquid vanilla sugar laced with some suede-like notes. So it is a rose leathery fragrance, very tart and jammy and strong and sweet. I would say if you like Delina or Rose Vanille or Rose Gourmand, that kind of jammy rose DNA, then there's a good chance you'll also enjoy Hibiscus Mahajad. It is a sexy perfume. I would definitely wear this on date night, and I have, and I've received compliments as well every time I've worn this perfume. It's a type of fragrance that is magnetizing, that will draw people in as well, because it has like that sweet, tart, rosy notes, but then there's a twist on it because it's laced with leather. Fantastic performance as well. If you didn't shower for like an entire week, it would stay on your skin for an entire week. It does not come off, and it has a huge projection, massive scent throw. And I sprayed this on my coat, I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago, and my coat still smells of this perfume. Like, you literally cannot get this fragrance off. So if longevity of a fragrance is something that's important to you, you're definitely going to get a very good longevity with this fragrance. Hibiscus Mahajad by Maison Crivelli. Next, we have another white floral fragrance. It is Gozo by Jeroboam. And if there's only one fragrance that I would recommend you try from Jeroboam, it would be Gozo. In my opinion, this is the most outstanding one from the collection. And if you don't know, the fragrances from Jeroboam are all extraits de parfum, so they are very long lasting and they project really nicely as well. That's what I found anyways from personal experience and wear. So Gozo is an exotic tuberose fragrance, an exotic twist on tuberose, and to me, this makes me think of being in a tropical rainforest. You're surrounded by exotic fruits of all sorts of colors and birds and maybe like a waterfall. This magical land of escape is what this fragrance brings me to. So it is a fresh, fruity, exotic tuberose fragrance. Another super strong perfume that I find to be mesmerizing and mind-boggling. I haven't smelled a fragrance like this before. It is so unique, and it's another one that every time I've worn it out, I've received compliments. So yeah, if this is important for you, if you want compliments, if you like exotic, tropical tuberose scents, then I recommend you try Gozo by Jeroboam. And the final fragrance is probably the strongest and most beast mode out of all of them. It is an oud perfume that is a fruity oud, so you can think of like the combo with Lovefest Burning Cherry and Oud For Greatness, also a fruity oud, but I find that this fragrance is so strong. Like my nostrils are on fire when I smell this fragrance. It is Bois de Oud by Perris. And I discovered this fragrance when I was at Essence in Milan, and I smelled like a few fragrances from the line, and this one was like, wow, like what am I smelling? It's so unique, and I've never smelled anything like this before. Like, what is going on? And it was Bois de Oud. So Bois de Oud is not for the faint of hearted. Again, you need to like strong fragrances, and you need to like oud to appreciate this perfume. Probably the most polarizing fragrance from today's list. Not everyone is going to enjoy it, but I wanted to bring it to your attention because it's a unique smelling fragrance. So you're gonna get some rose, some oud, there's some spices with saffron, and it feels a little bit leathery as well. This is a bold, dark, leathery oud. It smells, there's a bit of, I wanna say almost like a rubbery background, like, yeah, like rubber tires. Sounds weird, but bear with me. Rubber tires, rose, saffron, and a big dose of oud. As I said, it's not for everyone, but there's something that feels extremely luxurious and just, I want to smell more of. That, trust me on this, if you have similar taste to me, I still invite you to try this fragrance because it surprised me in a really good way. I wouldn't wear it necessarily every single day because it is one that you need to be in the mood for, and I would recommend wearing this in the evenings. I think all year round works, but definitely in the evenings. If you have something that is a little bit more dressed up, like more of a fancier dinner, and you want to make a statement, this is a perfume that I would recommend you go for. And it's for sure a bold, loud, fruity oud, and it's great if you want to try something that is a little bit different. And that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, spread the fragrant love.